we are diving straight into the chaos of frontier models. The Trump administration is planning to demand pre-vetting for all new AI models, potentially handing early access to the NSA and the intelligence community. This is a massive shift from the voluntary testing framework established under the Biden administration, raising serious questions about oversight and control in the race for AI dominance.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the competitive landscape as SenseTime makes a bold move. This Hong Kong-listed AI firm is shifting its focus from facial recognition to cheaper multimodal models, including the SenseNova U1, which claims to be 10 times less expensive than OpenAI's ChatGPT Images 2, and is aggressively pursuing expansion into the Middle East. Then, we examine the industry infrastructure revolution. RadixArk has just launched with $100 million in seed funding, led by Excel to grow SG Lang and democratize frontier AI infrastructure, aiming to make cutting-edge AI systems open and accessible to everyone. And finally, we check in on the big players. Microsoft, Google, and xAI have all recently granted themselves early access to various AI models for crucial security testing, signaling a new era of collaboration and intense scrutiny across the entire AI ecosystem. Stay with us for the full breakdown. The landscape of frontier AI regulation is shifting dramatically, signaling a potential move toward significantly more stringent government oversight. Following a period where administrations have declared policies to be flawed only to later recognize their necessity, the current trajectory suggests a regression in safety measures. This trend is being mirrored in AI policy, drawing parallels to past governmental approaches. Under the Biden administration, efforts focused on voluntary testing between frontier AI model companies and the government. This culminated in an agreement allowing the U.S. Artificial Intelligence Safety Institute, USAISI, a component of NIST, early access to models for standardized testing, as demonstrated by results from Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 3.5. However, this approach faced criticism. Some expressed concern that government involvement in reviewing AI models was unwarranted. Notably, prominent Silicon Valley venture capitalists, including Mark Andreessen and Ben Horowitz, criticized the Biden approach as potentially imposing tyranny far beyond anything even imagined by the communists and fascists of the 20th century. Citing this perceived inadequacy, Andreessen and Horowitz aligned with Donald Trump, claiming the Biden administration was undermining American AI innovation. Trump's initial stance included revoking Biden's AI safety review policies. Yet, the resulting policy under the Trump administration has been characterized by a lack of coherent planning, with some focus shifting toward cultural debates and aggressive actions against companies like Anthropic when they resisted demands for mass surveillance capabilities. Now, the latest development signals a potentially more invasive framework. According to the New York Times, the Trump administration is reportedly planning to demand pre-vetting for all new AI models. This includes discussions around an executive order to establish an AI working group involving tech executives and government officials to examine oversight procedures. The proposed structure appears far more stringent than the previous voluntary setup. Officials suggest that without a dedicated federal agency for all cybersecurity, oversight might fall to entities like the NSA, the White House Office of the National Cyber Director, and the Director of National Intelligence to oversee model review, potentially granting them early access and approval authority. This represents a significant escalation, a shift from a voluntary, standards-focused review by technical experts to a system where intelligence and national security agencies may have direct power to approve or reject frontier models. Experts caution that this path is fraught with risk, predicting that such authoritarian tendencies, even under a different banner, are ultimately unsustainable and likely to lead to the control and molding of companies towards specific political interests. Analysts suggest this outcome confirms warnings that the embrace of certain political ideologies in technology circles can lead to negative consequences for innovation. The current trajectory is viewed by some as a worse version of previous attempts, prompting a call to reconsider the path forward in AI governance. Hong Kong-listed AI firm SenseTime is aggressively pivoting its strategy from traditional facial recognition to multimodal artificial intelligence and the development of lower-cost models, signaling an intent for significant overseas expansion, including the Middle East. The company's latest offering, SenseNova U1, integrates both language and vision processing into a single system, a move designed to enhance speed and efficiency by eliminating the need for intermodal translation. According to co-founder and chief scientist Lin Dahua, SenseNova U1 can be deployed at approximately 10 times the cost of OpenAI's ChatGPT images 2, suggesting that for many applications, a top-tier model is unnecessary when the integrated system can handle most tasks. This strategic shift aligns with a broader trend observed among Chinese AI firms, which are focusing on cost efficiency and product breadth to compete effectively amidst resource limitations and geopolitical hurdles. Lower-cost multimodal solutions are seen as crucial for broadening market reach, particularly in regions or use cases where price and latency are prioritized over absolute generative fidelity. However, the news is accompanied by regulatory headwinds, as SenseTime has recently faced sanctions from the U.S. related to allegations concerning surveillance in Xinjiang, a charge the company has officially denied. For data science practitioners, the development prompts immediate attention to several key areas. Analysts are advised to monitor independent benchmarking of SenseNova U1 against frontier models, focusing specifically on cost per query, multimodal coherence across languages, and robustness. Furthermore, tracking adoption signals and any developments related to U.S. sanctions that might impact cross-border partnerships and access to computing resources are critical for strategic planning. The narrative underscores the ongoing trade-off between frontier model quality and the feasibility of deployment under constrained budget and latency targets. Major technology giants Microsoft, Google, and xAI have collectively granted the United States early access to cutting-edge artificial intelligence models for crucial security testing. This collaborative initiative signals a significant push in the tech sector to ensure the safety and robustness of advanced AI systems before widespread deployment. The Early Access Program allows these leading entities to rigorously test the models against potential vulnerabilities, a vital step in mitigating risks associated with powerful new technologies. Industry analysts suggest this joint effort underscores a shared commitment among major players to establish secure AI standards. Details regarding the specific models being tested and the scope of the security evaluations are expected to be released in the coming days, providing deeper insight into the future landscape of AI governance and development. RadixArk, a company focused on democratizing access to frontier artificial intelligence infrastructure, has successfully launched with $100 million in seed funding, establishing a $400 million post-money valuation. The significant investment round was spearheaded by Excel, with co-leadership from Spark Capital. A robust investor consortium, including N Ventures, NVIDIA's venture capital arm, Salience Capital, A&E Investments, HOF Capital, Walden Catalyst Ventures, AMD, LDV Partners, WTT Investment, and MediaTek participated in the funding. Other notable participants included Igor Babushkin, co-founder of xAI, Lip-Bu Tan, CEO of Intel, Hock Tan, CEO of Broadcom, John Schulman, co-founder of OpenAI, and Thomas Wolfe, co-founder of Hugging Face. The capital infusion is earmarked for scaling SG Lang, accelerating support for emerging model architectures and frontier hardware, and developing large-scale inference and training infrastructure essential for the next generation of AI applications. RadixArk was founded by Ying Sheng and Banghua Zhu, veterans of AI infrastructure and modeling from xAI and NVIDIA. They previously developed SGLang in 2023, an open-source inference engine that has rapidly become a de facto standard. SGLang is currently deployed across hundreds of thousands of GPUs globally, generating trillions of tokens daily for major entities including Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Oracle, and xAI. The company addresses a critical bottleneck in the AI ecosystem: the concentration of sophisticated infrastructure among a few large companies, leading to duplicated effort and slowed progress for the broader community. RadixArk's mission is to make frontier-level AI infrastructure open and accessible to everyone, aiming to make these systems significantly cheaper and more accessible. RadixArk is moving beyond traditional inference solutions. It is building an end-to-end platform supporting the full model lifecycle, encompassing training proprietary models, fine-tuning open models, reinforcement learning, and large-scale deployment. The platform standardizes on SGLang for inference and Miles for reinforcement learning, built upon battle-tested, open-source foundations. SGLang boasts day zero support for virtually every major model family: Llama, GPT, Gemma, Mistral, etc., and hardware provider NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, TPUs. Ivan Zhou, partner at Excel, stated that RadixArk enables engineers to experiment and innovate at the frontier by democratizing training and inference infrastructure. Arpen Shah of Spark Capital emphasized that RadixArk serves as a necessary counterweight to private infrastructure dominance, fostering an ecosystem built on shared, open systems. By treating infrastructure as a first-class priority, RadixArk aims to empower developers, startups, enterprises, and research labs to build and operate advanced AI systems with greater speed, control, and performance.